in the union's leadership. The 40 OMCs are exploring alternative partnerships to ensure efficient fuel transportation, prioritizing transparency and accountability.
The OMCs, which own their own fleet of tankers, have expressed dissatisfaction with the union's operations. The specific issues raised include concerns about financial management, decision-making processes, and the overall governance of the union. It remains to be seen how this development will impact the fuel distribution sector in Ghana. Executive Director at Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy, SEMSE, Benjamin Insia, has urged for calm, advising the 40 OMCs to go back to the union.
Said divisions in the industry will not augur well for the welfare of the tanker drivers union as well as the tanker owners union. So we still insist that OMCs and other tanker owners that have withdrawn from the general tanker owners union should come back to the tanker owners union and then put certain structures in place that will ensure transparency in the usage of their funds and also ensure accountability in the usage of their funds. And we think that that can only be solved when proper structures are put in place at the tanker owners union level.
Meanwhile, the National Petroleum Authority has set a basic salary for tanker drivers following SEMSE's research on salary disparities.
These adjustments of increasing this particular salary structure from 1,700 to 2,700 even goes a long way to improve the welfare of these drivers. However, the most important thing for us is to see the tanker owners complying to this new directive because the earlier directive was not fully complied with, and I think that the new directive that has been issued by MPA should be fully complied with among these tanker owners because they are the employers of these tanker drivers. So a lack of compliance will make the work of MPA come to zero.
In more stories, government has been urged to take a more deliberate approach in nurturing entrepreneurs who can drive growth, create employment and promote exports. According to co-founder of Westline Co, Gifty Boatma Annan, despite over 70% of all Ghanaian businesses being small and medium-sized enterprises, their impact has been minimal due to the lack of clear pathways for their growth and sustainability. Ghana's small and medium enterprises sector has emerged as a robust backbone of the economy, accounting for 92% of all businesses. However, the sector's full potential remains hindered by limited access to finance, innovation, and proper entrepreneurial skills.
You realize that most of our people are entrepreneurs, but when you go a little bit deeper, you realize these are people who are called necessity building entrepreneurs. Now, most of our people are pushed into this field of entrepreneurship because there are no opportunities. And so already the foundation is lacking, there are gaps, and so they are not able to expand further. That is where our government would have come in, such that people don't just finish school and they feel, I want to be an entrepreneur because there are no opportunities. But people are going in there because they have seen opportunities in there in specific areas. It's okay, we can capitalize on this to make Ghana great.
Advisor to the Rwanda High Commissioner to Ghana urged the youth to seize opportunities presented by the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement.
But now all African countries have signed the agenda, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. What does that mean? And I think almost 40-something of them have already ratified the agreement. That means that as an African young entrepreneur, you have the whole continent as your marketplace. 1.3 billion people is your marketplace, and that's very important.
The third annual Pan-African Conference was themed From Aspirations to Action, African Youth at the Helm of Agenda 2026. Now, with Agenda 2063 and a Sustainable Africa being its focus this year, the Business Ethics of Africa Pan-Africa Conference has been held in Accra. Sponsored by AfCFTA Group, it seeks to reinforce ethical decision-making in all aspects of business practice in Africa.
Africa loses more than $140 billion to corruption, ethical businesses that operate in accordance with governance principles and integrity stand as one of the strongest weapons against the scourge. To help change the narrative, the 2024 Ben Africa Conference brought together organizations, leaders and other stakeholders to share ideas and leverage expertise to deepen ethical business practices in Africa.
You know, we've got this divide between the global north and the global south in terms of moving towards this just energy transition. And how do we do that in a fair and equitable manner where we're not going to destroy industries in the process? So certain countries in Africa are very dependent on fossil fuels.
The managing director of Absa Bank Ghana, Edward Nateboche, said Absa's partnership with Business Ethics Network, organizers of the conference, is to promote ethical business cultures for institutions and businesses to thrive on the African continent.
It is important that all of the ideas that we have shared, all of the concepts that we have shared, do not just stay as ideas, but we get to the point where we do implement as much of these things as we possibly can.
This year's conference was hosted by the Ghana Communication Technology University. There were panel discussions on sustainability, on policy implementation, just energy transitions, African philosophy, sustainability in African tourism and mining resources in Africa. Ekia Ofuriwa Dako, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from that, the Central Securities Depository has launched its 20th anniversary celebrations in Accra, marking 2 decades of contributions to Ghana's financial sector. Management of the CSD aims to further its mission by leveraging technology to maximize its impact on the industry.
The establishment of the depository was part of Ghana's financial sector strategic plan developed in the early 2000s to reform the financial system and attract investors. 20 years on, the CSD has made significant strides in enhancing the sector, with a mission to provide secure, reliable and efficient clearing settlement.
If you all recall, when you used to buy shares or T-bills, they used to print a certificate for you and people go and keep it in their lockers. That is not the way to grow the capital market. So the CSD came in to migrate that process from a digital certificate. And what has the digital certificate done? It has allowed us to be able to transfer ownership instantly.
With a vision to provide secure, reliable and efficient clearing, settlement, depository and registry services, CSD's management is focused on driving the next phase of the company through digitalization.
In our new and current implementation, we are using what we call the SWIFT messaging standard as the core infrastructure, messaging infrastructure. The second thing I mentioned on stage was the investor portal. Today, all banks have mobile, they have internet banking. Why not the depository? So we are bringing on board the investor portal. It empowers the investor.
The CSD envisions becoming a globally recognized provider of efficient and reliable security services, contributing to a well-organized and robust financial market in Ghana.
And that's it for Business on News 360 tonight. My name is Minu Afol. Stay with us for sports news after this.
Hey guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is, I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Omia #1 on the ballot.
I'm a Ghanaian, and I love luxury accredited faith, and I love democracy.
December 7th, Ghana is voting.
Only peace. Peace, I give it to you all.
I love Ghana.
Peaceful election before, during, and after.
One Ghana.
Peace. Peace to everybody.
One Ghana. Ghana.
This message brought to you from the luxury accredited faith.
Champion.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy, Charlie. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy, made easy. As I'm a street footballer, Gary at the top. Now we are 10 star boy. Still Gary at the top. I travel go abroad. Kivo Gary at the top. Kivo Gary, he the bio. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
The second Ghana Health Service Excellence Award comes off under the distinguished patronage of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, as special guest of honor, and the Gaman Chair, His Royal Majesty King Takite Kochuru II. Come, let's salute and celebrate our health heroes for their gallant contributions towards saving lives and making our nation healthy and strong. Date 20th November 2024. Venue the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center, Accra. Theme: sustaining partnerships for effective and efficient healthcare delivery. For sponsorship, contact 0277 411 075 or 0244 125 314. Ghana Health Service Excellence Awards, celebrating our health heroes, our lifeline.
Sanlam and Allianz is now Sanlam Allianz, Africa's largest insurer.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Dr. Baumia once said in a church,
since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop
Hello, good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360 with me, Reku Ampofo. Niger's dominant 4-0 victory over Sudan on Thursday in Togo has revived Ghana's hopes of qualifying for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. 3 Sports breaks down Ghana's chances of qualification with 2 games to go.
After Niger's mesmerizing victory over Sudan, the chances of the Black Stars still hangs on a thread. Ghana needs to still beat already qualified Angola to blow the group open ahead of the final round of matches. With Angola on 12 points, Sudan on 7 points, Niger now move to third position with 4 points, whilst Ghana sits bottom of Group F with 2 points. A Ghana win over Angola will give them 5 points, which will place them on third position over Niger, ahead of the final round of matches. Ghana plays Angola on Friday, November 15 in Luanda. Angola defeats Sudan and Ghana beats Niger in the final round of matches. Ghana will seal automatic qualification to Morocco. But should Sudan avoid defeat against Angola, Sudan will then have the nod to play at the finals in Morocco. Again, should Angola beat Sudan and Niger beat Ghana, Niger will qualify, considering the head-to-head statistics over Sudan. Should Angola beat Sudan and Ghana fails to beat Niger in Accra, Sudan will get the nod to qualify with 7 points and a better head-to-head over Niger. So still, Ghana's chances of qualifying to the 2025 Morocco African Cup of Nations still hangs on a thread.
Well, that's the lowdown with regards to Group F. Still a lot to play for, but let's look beyond Group F and take a look at the teams that are smiling their way to the AFCON. Morocco, DR Congo, Senegal, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Algeria, Egypt, Angola, Ivory Coast, South Africa, Uganda, Gabon, Nigeria, Tunisia. All these teams have booked their tickets for Morocco for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, Ghana will be looking to join that list, and they've held their final training session in Luanda in Angola on Thursday evening. All 23 players have trained ahead of the penultimate 2025 AFCON qualifier against Angola on Friday. Otado and his charges will hope to return to winning ways after losing and drawing to Sudan in the previous international break. Well, that's how we wrap up the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Oreko Ampofo. Up next is entertainment with Anita Kufu.
Black insecticide spray and coil. Powered by 3 Entertainment.
My name is Anita Ikia Ekufuani in entertainment this evening. Most film festivals can be counted on to provide entertainment laced with some introspection, but a 6-day Berlinale spotlight screening taking place in Accra goes beyond that to also tackle the issues of identity, migration and empowerment. German ambassador to Ghana, Daniel Crew, urged film enthusiasts to attend and witness the creativity and indomitable spirit that defines African cinema.
In 1951, the Berlinale Spotlight Screening, also known as Berlin International Film Festival, a globally renowned film festival, is making its first stopover on the African continent. The chosen destination is Accra, Ghana. It took the effort of a young Ghanaian filmmaker, Jacqueline Insia, a member of the Berlinale Selection Committee, to make this happen.
I mean, this is a vision that I've always had, to bring some of these films back to Ghana. So yeah, I had the idea. I spoke to Berlinale and they loved the idea, but the financial means were not there. So I decided to fundraise myself. And yeah, I spoke to used my network because I grew up in Germany to find out whether the German community here in Ghana would support this. And yeah, they were really excited about the prospect of showing these films.
The German ambassador to Ghana, Daniel Crow, is excited the platform will help spotlight amazing African filmmakers and project their impactful stories.
First of all, these films from the African continent made it to the Berlinale, one of the most important film festivals in Europe. And they are very little known in Africa. So we want to bring it back to the continent and encourage filmmakers, creative people on the continent to continue this amazing work. It's a huge opportunity to network and also to connect with future cooperation partners, including reach out for people who might be interested in funding film projects and so on.
Director of the University of Media Arts and Communications Institute of Film and Television, UNIMAC IFT, Professor Samuel Manasseh Yurenchi, is confident the platform will elevate Ghanaian cinema by bridging the local and international film industries.
I believe that with this kind of partnership that we are having with the Berlinale people, we aim to have international perspective to what we do. We also aim to be part of the international network. You know, you are training filmmakers, you are training television presenters. Sometimes when you are alone, you think you are doing well. But when we go out there, when we join these collaborations, when we partner with them, then you see how well you are doing.
Attendees of the festival, running from November 13 to 17, 2024, will have the opportunity to witness stories from across Africa and beyond.
My name is Anita Ekufu. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much, Anita, for the latest in entertainment. That's all for News 360. Thanks very much for watching. For more news, you can log on to our website. It's www.3news.com. My name is Park Tiasari.
And I'm Aisha Yakubu Khalid. Good evening.